G'day friends, welcome to today's YouTube video. My name is James, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. Today's going to be a pretty no-frills video. I want to get this info out to you quickly so you can do Christmas shopping. These are my recommendations. Top 10 for 2021 of things that I would probably ask Santa for if I didn't have them in front of me right now. So I wanted to share them with you. Maybe they're good for gifts that you could ask for yourself, maybe stocking stuffers, gifts to give to artists or your kids or your family or anyone that is really into art and art journaling. I've had a great time with these. They kind of run the gamut, but mostly related to illustration and painting and art journaling. I wanted to share my faves. All the prices I'm going to share with you today are also prices I found on Amazon as of like 2 minutes ago. This is November 28th. I'm going to share this video on Friday, so hopefully the prices are still the same. But as always, search around. You probably could get really good deals, maybe Black Friday deals extended throughout the week, or coupons for places like Michael's and Joann's, etc. So let's get into it. First one, FaberCastell Kneaded Eraser. Love these, use them all the time. Really fantastic for picking up extra graphite from your illustrations to make them nice and light before you watercolor them, or just to get rid of some of those working lines. I usually roll mine up like a sausage and then roll it over my illustrations, and that's how I use it. And one of these will set you back $2.98 on Amazon today. So I think really nice, inexpensive present there. We've also got a really familiar pencil to a lot of Americans. I believe this is a pretty standard school pencil, the Ticonderoga #2 pencil. This is the HB. It's soft. You can get regular kind or soft, doesn't really matter. This is a really great introductory pencil. It's really good quality. They're actually super durable, and I've had a really great time using these. Obviously, there are tons of expensive pencils out there, but sometimes you don't need a lot, especially if you're going to do a lot of sketches and erase them anyway. This would be great for that. The pack of these, I think a pack of 12 goes for $2.99. Look out for these in back to school sales because usually you can get like a billion of them for 2 cents. But yeah, Ticonderoga #2 pencil. I think it's a really good, simple staple to have. The next thing I'm going to show you were an Art Snacks box item that I've absolutely loved. I love a lot of liners, but for some reason these Derwent line makers just make a bit of a difference. Super rich blacks, like very rich black ink, also dries very quickly and super waterproof. I really couldn't tell you why they're different to other ones. I just seem to have loved these ones more than anything else. So that's what I'm going to leave it at. This is a size 1, 3, and 5, or 0.1, 0.3, 0.5. And this 3-pack will set you back $14.79 today on Amazon. That's a pretty standard price for liners like this. The next thing I'm going to show you is a Unistyle Fit. This is a multi-pen. Don't get too caught up in all the individual components of this as far as the branding and the pricing, because I'm just going to give you those stats anyway. All of them will be linked as affiliate links in the description box below through Amazon, but please feel free to search around because I know for a fact you could probably get all of these a lot cheaper and individually on jet pens. I just did Amazon for convenience and to keep the pricing pretty relative. The body is a 3-barrel body and it comes blank, and it's pretty thin and light plastic, so if you're someone that likes a heavy pen, this is not for you. But the inserts that I have is what's really important. I like to have the mechanical pencil insert. This is a 0.5 mechanical pencil insert. You could get that for $3.99 today. I've got a red gel pen insert, $2.95 for that one. I've also got a black ballpoint pen insert. So this is what I use because it would be waterproof, and I can do my I can kind of do everything with this. I can sketch with the pencil, I can do markings and corrections, or do sketching with red, the gel, and I can use my black for the liner or to do journaling. It's a really kind of nice one pen to rule them all kind of deal. So this is the Unistyle Fit. The black ballpoint pen ink, I got in a value pack of 12. It came with red, black, and blue, so you could substitute out the gel red for the ballpoint red. I like the gel though. And that was a value pack of 12 for $12.23. So you do save a bit of money if you buy in bulk, obviously. And the body on Amazon is $9.25 for one of these dotted pink bodies, but there are tons you can find, and also that seems a little expensive. I think my body was probably like $5 or $6, which is still expensive, but considering that you're kind of creating your own pen, I think this is totally worth it. So I'm going to recommend you that. It's kind of like a build your own. It's maybe fun to kind of buy all these little individual components as stocking stuffers so that you kind of build the whole pen once you've opened all your presents. The next thing I will recommend is blending stumps. We've got a few drawing things today, like graphite drawing experiences with the pencil and the eraser. We've got another eraser over there. These are blending stumps, a set of 12 will cost you $5.99, pretty standard. You do not need good quality ones of these. You can see they shred anyway. The whole purpose is to burnish them into the paper to blend out your pencil, your graphite, or crayons, or whatever you want to blend out. This has been super fun for when I wanted to try a bit more realism. Not hyper-realism, I really don't care that much for it, but to bring in more realistic techniques like shading, shadows and highlights and midtones, and to work with that grayscale, and also to work in textures. There's just a certain blend that you can't get with the pencil alone. You would need the blending stump for. So I think it's really fun for artists who are just looking to push themselves a little bit into kind of extending into like that realistic world just for a bit. Or just to add some of those really interesting smooth blends and textures to work they already do. I think these have been really, really fun for me, so I would be stupid not to recommend them. Blending stumps. Tortillons, they're also called. I have these. These are purely just fun for me in art journaling, and if you've been around, you know I can't rave enough about them. I made the mistake of buying them one at a time, so I've spent a fortune on these because they are quite expensive. These are the Zig clean color dot markers, and a set of 6 in the mild colors at the moment cost $27.04. Yeah, about 27 bucks. That's expensive. They are expensive, so I'm not going to sugarcoat that one. These would be a substantial gift for someone if you bought them a set. If you can manage to find them single stock, I say 1 or 2 in your favorite colors would do you well. These are just literally for adding sprinkles of color and fun, little doodles everywhere, all over my art journaling. They're also good for lettering because they give you that monoline look with this pretty like bulbous end. They have another 0.5 millimeter tip on the other end, so again, good for brush letterers who are looking for a bit of a different effect. I've used them for lettering as well, but for the most part I use them just as dots everywhere because I love dots. Up next on my list is a Tombow Mono Knock eraser. We have another one. This is a bit more a precision eraser. Mine's broken, so they don't really look like this, but I can't bear to part with it because this one's seen me through thick and thin, so I'm going to stick with it until it really carks it. This is $2.59, pretty standard. You can also get refills for them once they're finished. And yeah, pretty good precision eraser. I don't know what to say. It erases really well, and I just absolutely love it. Super great if you're going to buy the pencil, the kneaded eraser, the blending stump, and this, you can have a wild day just doing all your illustrations with these. I absolutely love that and use it a lot. So next thing, this is a bit more crafty, but I do use this in my journaling sometimes to kind of slice washi tape or, slice out extra like fussy bits. This is called a slice tool, and it's essentially a craft knife or a X-Acto knife, but it's got a ceramic blade. It's really, really tiny, really small, so it's super good with precision. Don't do this, but I'm just going to show you, like, it doesn't actually pierce the skin. It is super sharp though, and it remains really sharp. I've used this for maybe 1.5 years, maybe 2 years now, and it's still very sharp. So, slice tool, it's also very ergonomic, and it fits in your pencil case really well since it just is that shape. I'm not quite sure what happens when the blade gets dull. I don't know if you buy a new one or if you buy a replacement blade, but I haven't needed one, and it was $9 about the time I bought it, and it's still $9 today. So these are really great. I love these, especially good replacement for craft knives if you're just worried to have those around. Slice tool. The next thing I'm going to show you are another set of liner pens. It's a bit of overkill to give you 2 sets of liner pens, but I do feel like it's important to note the difference with these. These are Sakura Pigment Micron, and these are like the gold standard of liner pens. I think most people would probably see these when they search for liner pens. They are really, really great. I love them. Archival ink, it's really great. But the size is what really got me with this. The 8, 10, and 12 are a really nice set of large liner pens. And a lot of the times you're doing lining, you can add a lot of interest to your work when you vary the line width. So to have a 10 and a 12 especially has been really, really fun. And for all my Art Journaling the Magic people that are looking for a replacement for the envelope writer, this is not perfect, but I do feel like it gives the same result, and it works well. I'm not going to say it's a perfect replacement. For obvious reasons, those envelope writers were an oil-based ink with a rollerball pen. These are a felt tip with this, pigment ink. But I think it kind of works the same way. So as far as the effect, the user experience might be a little bit different, but I think it's the closest we're going to get for now. So Art Journaling the Magic people, if you can grab yourself a Sakura Pigment Micron and tell me what you think in 12. If you can't get it open stock, they do have a set of 8, 10, and 12, and that's going to cost you $12.78 on Amazon today. But look around, you could probably get that a little bit cheaper, or if you've got a coupon. That's the last thing I'll show you as far as all the things I've got in front of me. Those are pretty inexpensive, I would say pretty affordable stocking stuffers or gifts for friends or even for yourself, just to kind of flesh out your Christmas lineup of gifts. If you're looking to ask for something specific, hopefully you found something in there that you might enjoy. I could have a fabulous day just using these pencils and erasers and like on their own, or just even these dot markers. I do want to mention one more thing. Number 10 on my list is a Silhouette Portrait 3. I'll put some B-roll footage in here. Now these will cost you anywhere from $170 on sale. That's how much I got mine for last Black Friday sales last year, to $200. So it's a pretty expensive gift. I would just say, you know, before you purchase it, I did a lot of research onto things that I didn't like about it or things that people had issues with, and it was kind of difficult to find because it was relatively new-ish, or maybe just a lot of people didn't like that machine particularly. The Silhouette Portrait 3 is smaller. It's not one of those ones that can do a big 12 by 12 sheet. It's not the ones you want to do if you're going to do these big vinyl cuttings. It's a pretty compact, small machine, which is what I wanted because it sits next to my computer really nicely. But also, one of the best features about it, it does wireless. I just connect it anyway with the cable, but you don't need the cutting mat. It comes with one, but you don't need it. You can actually just feed the sheets straight in. And for me, I use sticker papers, and that's how I print all my collage sheets for Collage Club. So all of my collage sheets, I don't have to fussy cut the ephemera out. I essentially make big US letter size sticker sheets. So I use my collage sheets way more often now, and I use a lot more of them, and it's been invaluable just for that for me. But I do want to say, one of the troubleshoots that I have to do all the time is if there's a low light situation, like it's kind of becoming afternoon to nighttime, I do have to find a way to shine my iPhone light onto the sensor, because it just needs a good bright room or a good bright area to be able to read that sensor, and that's a thing that I notice happens actually quite a lot. So it's not a huge problem, but I just want to make sure that if you're going to ask for this for Christmas and you get it under the tree, be prepared for the fact that it's a little bit fussy to set up and get used to the software. I would recommend that even if you just did Collage Club, if you go watch the video on how I do it, I do kind of explain, if you can get your hands on some of those files, it would be a much easier learning curve than trying to start from scratch. But be prepared. It's a fussy setup. The software itself is quite fussy. If you want to start tinkering around with it, there's a bit of a learning curve there. And also, you might have to troubleshoot some problems, like especially with the sensor and how bright the area is when you're feeding that sheet in. I will say it works really, really well. I haven't had more problems than that with it, but it's worth noting those things, because if you're going to get super excited to unwrap it on Christmas Day and set it up, I don't want you to think that it's going to be something you could master by Christmas evening. It's going to take you a little bit. So to set expectations well, I think you'll enjoy the present more, just knowing that that could happen on the day, or however long it takes you to get set up. Look, some people don't struggle. I'm not great with computers and machines, so that's just probably a me thing, but the Silhouette Portrait 3 has been really fun for me, and I'm going to recommend it to you. Hopefully you can find a coupon or a good deal. I do think Joann's has it for $180 right now. This is November 28th. You'll probably see this on Friday, so who knows how much the prices will have changed then. But that'll be the last thing I recommend. Here are my top 10 recommendations for Christmas 2021. I hope you find something in there that piques your fancy, or I hope you just listen to me talking about art supplies, which is something I just seem to do every week, all day for the rest of my life. It's shocking to me I could still say things about art supplies that, and like I take myself fully seriously, like I haven't said this 6 trillion times, but hey, you like what you like. Can't help it, can I? That is all. I'm going to leave you with that. Hope you had all the information there. All the links will be in the description box below. Click them just to see what they are. Go find them the cheapest you can find them. If you can find them on Amazon the cheapest, hooray. But if not, don't worry about it. Those links are just for you to get a closer look at everything and to find the names and all of that. So that's it from me. Have a great day. I'll see you again another time soon. Bye.